be back here in the Woody with my guys, throwing with them, man. You know, I'm critical of myself. It wasn't perfect, but hey, I think we were almost perfect. So it was fun. It was a good day.
More comfortable here than you were in Indy?
I mean, yeah, definitely. You know, obviously you're more comfortable here, but you know, I think I did decent in Indy. You know, but you know, it was good to be back home, throwing to my guys and in the Woody. You know, it's fun.
Was there something you feel like you showed today, or something you were proud of?
You know, I think I showed that I can throw the ball at every level. You know, I think at the end of the day, I feel like my leadership, my you know, my intelligence and my arm strength. You know, I believe in myself, man. It's not a knock to any of the other quarterbacks, but you know, I think I'm the best. You know, I feel like if you don't believe you're the best to come out this year, then why am I doing this thing, man? I'm confident. I believe I have what it takes to be a QB1 in the NFL, and you know, whatever franchise takes me is not going to regret it.
Well, for whatever's next, how much more prepared are you this year than you were a year ago?
A ton, man. Like this extra year, especially coming to a place like this, like I looked at it, my ultimate goal was to be a starting quarterback in the NFL. And I felt like if I wanted to go somewhere, you know, I needed to take a step in a pro direction. And coming here to Ohio State, I looked at it as like a pro step. And being here this year, you know, nothing but amazing things. Was the best decision I ever made was coming to Ohio State, man. And I got so much out of it, and I feel like I'm so much more prepared now than I ever was, you know, and just because of the people here, the development I got, and playing against the defense with our offense, like everything, man, everything was great.
Do you feel the pressure, intensity of a day? I mean, you're laid back at gym, but at the same time, the stakes are pretty high.
Yeah, it is, but you know, we've played in some pretty high stakes environments, so I was gonna say, like, this is nothing compared to what we've done and what we've been able to do. So you know, it's supposed to be pressurized, but that's why I told them to throw that music up and let's have fun with this thing, man.
Is that exactly what you had in mind? I mean, do you feel great about what you just put together?
I do. I feel great, man. You know, I think hi, Mom. That's my mom back there. I feel great about what we just did, man. We put a lot of work into this thing. You know, these guys, we've been working on it since I've been back in town. We've been working on it the last 4 or 5 days, and you know, for Carnell and Bi and B-Rod to come out here and do what they did. And, you know, I love those guys. I appreciate them. You know, obviously JJ wasn't able to be out here. You know, I wish I could bring them all out here, but you know, it was fun. It was a great day.
Well, what was the point you wanted to make today more than anything, or question you wanted to answer?
You know, I want to prove that I'm the best quarterback in this draft, and that's what I want to prove every single day. And you know, I think you know, I showed that I can throw the ball at every level. You know, I can push the ball down the field. I can put it with some pace on these out routes, on these short routes. I can be accurate. You know, I think you know, my accuracy is one of my best attributes, and then obviously like my leadership. And you know, I have a smile on my face and having fun. And you know, I think there's no moment that's too big for me. And I think I was able to put everything on display here, and I'm happy about how it went, and hopefully everyone else agrees.
Well, this is the last time you guys are all going to be on the field together. What was that like to know that?
It's crazy, man. It's, you know, obviously thought about it. You know, the last time in pads was the national championship. We knew that, but the fact that we got one more, you know, it was like a little +1. It was nice, man. It's so good to be back here with the guys, and I'll be back here for a little while to spend some time with these guys, man. And you know, for all my private workouts and visits and stuff, this will be my home base, so I'll be around for a little bit.
A year ago, you sat over there talking to us about the work you needed to do to continue to develop. How much have you done what you thought you could do at that point to now? It's
kind of, I mean, you want to set out goals and stuff for yourself to achieve, but you know, kind of sitting back and seeing what we were able to do this past year, like, it is surreal, man. It's cool to kind of see the fruits of your labor, you know, kind of come into fruition, and I think it was just an amazing year, man, and you know, I got to give a lot of credit to a lot of people that developed me, and you know, obviously I put the work in at the end of the day, and we did as a team, man, and it was a hell of a year.
What was it like to walk in here and see the banners on the wall and the pictures?
That's pretty dope, man. Like seeing myself on these banners and on these walls, like, you know, when I first got here, you know, I'm walking through and seeing legends on the walls, and now, you know, I'm one of those guys on the walls. It's surreal, man. It's cool. It's what we worked for, and we talked about we wanted to be remembered, and we left our legacy. And you know, that one over there and these ones over here are pretty damn cool.
Who'd you work with on the script?
Jake Heaps is his name. That's him over there. He's my quarterback guy. So he's Russell's quarterback guy, and my agent put me with him. He was one-on-one, and he did a ton of good work with me, man. He's an awesome dude. He runs the Elite 11. That's kind of his thing, and he does a ton of good stuff. He's worked with a ton of NFL teams, and he knows what it takes to be a dude in the NFL.
When you look up at those banners, what are the biggest memories, biggest things that rush back into your mind?
Man, I think, the easiest thing is to say those trophy celebrations, man. Like those were something else. Like me and Jack, dapping up there on the Cotton Bowl, or having the bros in my mouth at the Rose Bowl, and obviously feeling the confetti run down and picking that trophy up in the end of it. Like those are the moments that obviously I feel come back. But man, it's still surreal. It's a blessing, and it's good to be back.
Who are some of the teams you've heard from?
A lot of them. I've been kind of talking to pretty much everyone, but we'll see. I don't know who's. You never know in this process. So trying to be available to everyone and show them all that I'm capable of coming in and being a guy.
Sort of a big picture question for you in this draft. A lot of the guys who were drafted last year and played well as rookies in the NFL, like Nix and Penix, those were all guys who had like extra year of eligibility in college and played a lot of ball. Has that come up with teams at all? Like the conversation about like kind of just the amount of starts you've made and experience and how that's maybe helped some guys in previous classes?
Yeah, a little bit. They know that I've played a lot of ball, and they know that I've seen a lot and I've done a lot. And it's hard to replicate experience, and it's hard to replicate game reps. And at the end of the day, I feel good about how many reps I've had in college and how much I was able to get done. And I think I just want to keep showing these teams that I'm capable of being the best quarterback of this draft class.
What's next? What's next for you? You said Columbus is home base, but
Yeah.
what are you doing after this?
Meeting with some teams this week, and then I got some visits coming up. I got a handful of visits I'm taking, these 30 visits, and then any private workouts that come up, I'll be here. So I already got a couple on the books, but looking forward to it, man. Hopefully the next stop will be rookie OTAs, wherever that is.
Which teams are you going to visit?
I don't know exactly yet. I know I'm going out to see my guy Chit out in Vegas, so that'll be fun. I think I got a couple others on the books, but I got to talk to my agent, make sure we.
What do you need to work on?
Just overall.
Yeah. Weaknesses.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things is just staying connected to the ground, and that's something I've been trying to work on the whole time in this draft process. Like I'm saying when I'm throwing.
Leverage, yeah.
Staying connected to the ground, if you know what I mean. Like using my lower body and not trying to swing my back leg and do any of that stuff. So that's been one of the biggest emphases. I think I showed I can do it today.
You had meetings with the Steelers at the Combine. Have you met with them here, and how have those meetings gone?
Yeah, it's been really good, man. I spent some time with them yesterday, and Coach Tomlin, Coach Smith, and it's really good, man. I really like those guys, and it's close to home for me. It's close to here. There's a lot of things to like about it, but you never know. Anything can happen, but it's definitely a great spot. They all are. You guys good?
Yep.
Awesome.